We are here at Capital One Hall grabbing conference footage, mostly B-roll with a few shots of, or actually one full-length podcast, more of a fireside chat. Alright, here's the setup. So, we are missing our third tripod, but this is going to actually come in clutch and save us for our center angle. They wanted to add a third angle so that they could get the whole stage. So we added this black magic last minute, and it's working out pretty well.
Yes, man. On top of all that, we have the single best still largely happening in the office.
So we got hit with a little bit of a curveball here where
aerospace and defense.
they told us that this fireside chat would be facing the audience, and that's how the chairs are actually facing. But these guys are deciding to talk to each other in more of a podcast format. So we had to scramble a little bit, but we moved the cameras so that we could get the highlights. So we finished up the main podcast portion. I switched the two cameras to gimbals. One's running regular speed. I'm running slow motion, 60 frames. A7C2 with a 24-70 by Sony, and then my FX3 with the Sigma 24-70. And then I'm adding this as an extra camera. I'm just going to leave this black magic up there for the client so they can get the rest of today's shows.
Here on the other side of the room, you need to be back and ready to start again at 1:10. We'll have photo opportunities available.
One good thing about a week full of conferences is I get fed very well at no charge, so it's always a plus. And we get to eat with pretty good views. So, it's another one of those days, sort of set up recording the whole sessions through, and then we're going to get B-roll of basically everything, but it gets kind of monotonous after a while of people just, looking around. So going to throw 70 to 200 on to try and change up the B-roll a little bit on the tripod. And yeah, hopefully that'll work out well.
Everything hands-on in a short amount of time, and we're really happy to share that when we just completed the one in Germana a couple weeks ago, that's Spectrum. Just because I know I've been there and I geeked out about it.
Working with a producer that I don't work with super often, but I really do enjoy working with because they trust me fully on the creative side and on the production side of things, and simply provide me crews sort of as needed, which is great. Today I'm working up there with Brandon. It's his first time running a 70 to 200 on his A7C2, and he is getting a kick out of it.
What the company is called.
So supposedly this works in the camera at full rate speeds, and he's been shooting with it all day, I just realized, and it's not an issue. So I wonder if the adapter has a different read rate speed than the card, but even the card is U3 and you're shooting 10-bit 422.
Yep, 10-bit 422.
Oh yeah, V90. Does it say V90?
This is V30.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Alright, final setup of the day is the reception. Just grabbing a few shots of the reception, and then we're headed out, and it's another early morning tomorrow. We're going to do just B-roll and some more conference tomorrow, but it's only a half day. And then Thursday, Friday are my final two shoots of the 5 series video shoot that I'm doing. And next week is a little bit later. I have an AC production that'll be fun. Gonna get to pull some focus. But other than that, a pretty light week, so should get to relax a little bit. It is 700 o'clock, and we are about 10 minutes from the location. Day 2, closer to a half day today, minus the early call time. Only about 6 hours of recording versus 11 yesterday. Alright, I left my GoPro charging all night, but I guess this red light wasn't on because there's no power, and I had to hold down the power button for 10 seconds just to get it to initiate charging. I think it's something that happens when you leave the camera on, or like the battery's not charged for so long. But hopefully this should fix the issue. And we're just gonna do a time lapse with this camera on the 14 mil. Just of people sort of walking in and filling the space. It should look pretty nice. Well, we found a use for my stand.
Many of you have met him. For those who don't know, Secretary Segura already.
Just fix that issue. It's got to come from somewhere, so that's definitely a growing concern. And just timing in general, whether it's how quickly.
You want to throw that on here?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I mean, yeah, come this way.
Oh, can you? What?
Going up.
Almost forgot to validate my parking, so headed back up to do that. So then we're officially out of here. Done with this Capital One Hall maze of a parking lot. All right, shoot 4 of 5 this morning. Only a half day shooting for some federal realty company. They run a commuter award, and so we're off to film their award video. Should be a good time. I brought some extra diffusion on this one, so hopefully we can make stuff look a little bit softer. My one issue with running carts is you cannot get over those, and this is not a very accessible building, so I gotta go up and around here. Yeah, right. I'm going to a concert tonight, so and this is just.
Retail-based properties located primarily from Washington.
I really need to get an FX6 because this is what happens when I need to switch my FX3 from monitor studio mode to gimbal mode. I just sort of have all this gunk. I mean, it's not an issue, right? Because they saved the room for me and all, but just will look a little bit more professional to have my B camera on the gimbal set up ready to go, A camera, FX6 for interviews. Alrighty, that is a wrap. The last winner for the award ceremony video has been shot. It was the city of Alexandria. We got a pretty good interview frame. I'll show some of the behind the scenes, but everything went well. Next week, we're gonna move into post-production for this project, as well as one smaller AC gig that I have, and then, let's see. Oh, and then next weekend I'm shooting, sort of doing like an NFL film style video, documentary style video for a youth football league, so that should be kind of interesting. We're gonna bring a red and some really tight cameras to try and get some slow-mo shots of the kids who will probably be moving just as slow, but we'll see. It should be fun.